This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Thursday, the 13th of July. I'm Michael Groff. The weather pattern here in the southwest will be changing in coming days with increasing moisture and chances of showers and thunderstorms. The flash flood potential will go up this weekend and early next week as well, as we could be looking at some heavy rain. But in the short term, our concern for today and tonight is a few isolated strong or severe storms that could produce some strong damaging winds. Let's talk about that and everything else as we look outside this morning here just after 5 a.m. Some clouds in the valley right now, and it's warm and soupy out there. 88 degrees presently at Sky Harbor. Dew points at 65, humidity 46%. The winds are light, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures out there this morning, just about everybody here in south central Arizona is in the 80s. Scattered clouds in central and eastern Arizona at this hour. The watch warning map is extremely quiet here in Arizona, but in the nation's midsection, they are roasting. Heat advisories for Kansas City and St. Louis, as well as along the mid-Atlantic coast. Very hot today in Baltimore and Washington, D.C., with high temperatures 95 to 100. Elsewhere, flood and flash flood watches parts of Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and upstate New York. On the convective outlook, a marginal risk of severe storms extends from the eastern Rockies to the northeast U.S., with a standard slight risk for eastern Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Here in the southwest, zooming in, we have a marginal risk in Arizona from Phoenix to Tucson, Nogales, Douglas, Bisbee, Sierra Vista, Safford. The primary risk from storms this afternoon, at least here in the valley, will be strong, gusty, damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. And then the day 2 outlook, this is tomorrow. The marginal risk zone expands a little bit further, but of course we are still in that. And similar to today, some of those storms will be capable of producing some strong, damaging winds. Let us get into the specifics, shall we, as we check out the models and see what we can find out there. This is the GFS. It's the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today. High pressure over eastern Arizona, light southeasterly flow aloft. And you know the drill by now. Partly cloudy skies, muggy, with an ever-present 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the late afternoon and evening hours here in the valley. But let's look at some of the atmospheric parameters and see what sort of interesting stuff we can find there. This is the instability profile, the CAPE, this afternoon at 5 o'clock. Several hundred joules per kilogram over southeast Arizona. Certainly storms will be capable of developing. They'll propagate to the northwest toward the south central deserts, including the valley today, and should hold together. Certainly plenty of atmospheric moisture. The precipitable water values 1.4 to 1.6 inches. Across southern Arizona, some spots even higher than that. So certainly not discount the possibility of a few spots getting some locally heavy rain. But the high-res model's not looking too favorable. Now, quite frankly, the high-res models are going to struggle during the monsoon season. Some days they're going to be on point. Some days they're going to be way off. This is the HRRR this afternoon at 5 o'clock, and it's got some scattered showers and storms confined to the far southeast part of the state and up along the rim. Meanwhile, the NAM has a bit more coverage of storms in southern and eastern Arizona, but it's not overly bullish at 5 o'clock. But at 10 p.m. tonight, the NAM shows some storms drifting into the valley from Pinal and Gila County, and that could be interesting. So I think the best bet for storms today will be between about 5 p.m. and midnight. Now, let's get really geeky on you and show you this is a forecast sounding for tonight, coming off the GFS for the Phoenix area. This is at 8 p.m., and you know, this is just not one of those soundings that screams we're going to get some severe weather or we have the possibility of heavy rain. Quite frankly, this is not that great. I mean, we're looking at minimal CAPE. The LCLs are pretty high, so that tells me that any storms that develop today would produce strong, damaging winds. You see the possible hazard type in the box on the right there that says marginal severe. So we'll watch for that today, but this is not overly convincing by any means. Tomorrow, a bit more moisture comes in, a bit more instability. Broad east to southeasterly flow will be with us. Partly cloudy skies, warm, humid, highs 103 to 106, and a continued 20% chance of afternoon and evening showers and storms. Saturday gets a bit more interesting as deeper moisture comes across northern Mexico. We've got an inverted trough down there, and so the humidity levels will climb a little bit further. We'll say partly cloudy skies again Saturday. Temperatures around 100 to 103 and a 30% chance of showers and storms here in the valley. And I think the risk from storms Saturday, still, of course, strong damaging winds will be possible, but I think heavy rain becomes more of an issue and that heavy rain potential could be a bit more widespread. Sunday is going to be one of those interesting days. A cloudy, soupy, muggy sort of day. We may stay in the 90s all day with significant amounts of moisture coming in from the south. Look at these precipitable water values on Sunday. Values in excess of 2 inches here in southern Arizona. We don't see that all too often, but we get 1 or 2 of these sorts of crazy, muggy, cloudy days this summer. And this might very well be one of them, where we have the chance of showers and thunderstorms just about anywhere at just about any time. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to rain all day, and we probably will see some sun, but really, anybody that does see rain, it could be locally heavy, and there could even be some spots that see some flash flooding. We have to watch for that. Otherwise, we should stay under the century mark. It's just going to be kind of an interesting day. With more clouds, that also means less sun. That means less thermodynamics. So the severe thunderstorm risk, I think, on Sunday is actually pretty minimal. Not zero, mind you, but very small. I don't think we have to worry about that. Just sort of a tropical kind of day here in southern Arizona. Monday, kind of the same thing, maybe a little bit more sun, but the humidity levels will be elevated, still significant amounts of moisture, and a continued 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. High temperatures still upper 90s to about 101. Tuesday, we continue with an above-average chance of showers and storms here in the valley, about a 30% chance. Highs still trending below normal, 100 to 103. And the biggest risk from storms will still be from heavy rain. Then on Wednesday, it looks like we start to dry out a little bit, or at least get back to a more normal monsoon pattern. Yes, it's still going to be muggy, and I think temperatures will still remain below normal. Highs about 102 to 105, with a continued slight chance of afternoon and nighttime showers and thunderstorms. Here's a week from today, Thursday, the 20th of July. High pressure over the Great Basin. Looks like the pattern doesn't change a whole lot. Easterly to perhaps northeasterly flow, so thunderstorms that develop on the mountains will be pushed toward the deserts each afternoon and evening. Highs back toward normal, 104 to 107. Really the same thing continues on Friday the 21st. And here's the end of the forecast period, Saturday the 22nd of July. High pressure slides to the east just a bit. Southeasterly flow should continue, and high temperatures still probably just about normal, and a daily chance of afternoon and nighttime showers and storms. Looking at temperatures through the period off of the European ensemble, we should, after today and tomorrow, I think we're going to stay mostly below normal. The normal high this time of year around 107. We should be below that. I don't know if we stay in the upper 90s that much, but boy, that's not really too bad for July. But the humidity levels are going to be elevated, so it's going to feel a little bit more miserable out there. And that'll do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Our next video comes back here tomorrow morning. Thank you, as always, so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe to us. That way, every time we post a brand new video, you'll get the notifications. Be safe, stay cool out there, and have a great Thursday.